Dilemma, a layman looks at science. Raymond B. Fosdick. A dilemma, a layman looks at science, notes Raymond B. Fosdick. In the lesson, a dilemma says that science should be used only for the constructive purpose and not to be aimed at the degeneration of society. August 6, 1945, a day of unfortunate on which the atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, brought home to all of us about significance importance of science in human life. Mankind was fascinated by science and believed by enormous power. The instance has realized that the mankind how unequipped we are in terms of ethics, law, and government to know how to use it. The author says the science is based on truth and should to know how to use it. The author says that science is based on truth and should spring from the noblest attribute, the human spirit. There are certain inventions that can evoke both positive and negative response. Invention of radio, automobiles, penicillin, rudder, and jet populations shall be aimed towards the betterment of the society rather than creating ugliness and desolation. The gift of science, the author vehemently feels, should not blow and civilization. Resolution, the gifts of science, the author vehemently feels, should not be civilization into different drifting dust. The research and technology will right fruits when they are related to human welfare. Science is the search for truth, but is the same search for truth has brought of civilization to the truth brink of destruction. The writer strongly feels that research shall be subjected to some kind of restraint if it's not linked to human conservative purpose. It is really disheartening to read about that leading of restraint if it is not linked to human conservative purpose. It is really disheartening to read about that leading scientist associated with atom bomb saying that one should not hold back progress because fear is mischief of science. Fosdick then says some inventions are purely accidental and the scientist never had any evil intention while discovering them. For instance, Albert Einstein never thought the atom bomb while working his transformation education in 1945. Yet from education in 1945. Yet from this come out from the principle upon atom bomb was based similarly sulfur drugs and mustard gas which are offshoots of German diet. Industry was not created to deal with either medicine or weapons of war. Willard Gibbs, a gentle spirit whose life was spent in his laboratory at Yale University, had never dreamed his research in the mathematical physics might have even remote relationships to woodwork. These discoveries are classic examples where the gifts of science and can be used by evil men to do evil men more obviously dramatically than can be used by men goodwill to good. Author concludes that the towering enemy of mankind is not science but war. Science merely reflects to several forces by which is surrounded. Where there is peace, science is merely reflect to several forces by it is surrounded. When there is peace, science is constructive, and when they war is science prevented to destruction and our problem therefore is not come science but stop war to substitutable law for a force and international government for the overly the interrelation of one nation with another. He feels that education should be based on tolerance, understanding, and creative intelligence. It should run fast enough and put an end to understanding and creative intelligence should run fast enough to but an evil effect of the science formally science must help us but the divisions lines within our life example the role responsibility is of human life.